next presenter is Marek Mixa from Polidem Trenera. He is a former pro cyclist himself. He's an engineer, a computer scientist, and a trainer and a coach. He's developed some of his own software tools for collecting and displaying data from cyclists in real time, including the Moxy data. So his presentation today is titled Tools Developed for Using Moxy with the Czech National Cycling Team. So with that, I'll turn things over to Marek.
Okay, thank you, Roger, for invitation to this Moxy summit. I hope that it will be in Prague. Maybe we should be lucky that it's at least online. So if you can see my desktop.
We're seeing that it looks like the Czech flag right now. We've got the your presentation.
Yeah, exactly. That's great. Let me introduce myself first and say what I am doing and what I am. So there was Jiří Dostal before me and Mr. Balash before him, and these guys are scientists and researchers. And I think that pretty clever guys. I'm just a simple couch, which is a different part of the coin, because I have questions, and these guys have answers, or I hope that they have answers. So this may lead to slightly different thinking, because I'm in contact with a lot of people from Moxy forum, or a lot of people who use Moxy monitors, and there's a little difference between couches and researchers and scientists, because the Moxy monitor is a great thing to ask about the limitation and functioning of the body in the general. As a couch, of course, I solve these long-term problems as limitations and these things, but there's a lot of problems like now. I need to react pretty fast, and how to optimize the training is actually a question, and that's a little different, as I said, in comparison with a scientist or researchers, because they have a time to thinking about, and I haven't time mostly. So I found a solution for the fastest biofeedback. That's pretty important. I found everybody knows the heart rate monitor, power monitors, and everything. And when I found originally BS6 and later Moxy monitor, it was awesome to find some this kind of the biofeedback. Anyway, thanks to Jiří Dostal, I went through the whole problem about hemodynamics and about these things, and I can use it in live training. Because if I have a question, I'm going to the doctor, and you saw Jiří's presentation, and on the live training, I need to use everything what we know, and I need to change the training protocol or react pretty fast. And so I need some knowledges about the hemodynamics, but the training is more complex. So as soon as I understand that there's a SMO2 and THB, I found that I need more Moxys. I need a second Moxy and third Moxy, and because it was a pretty huge world, sorry. And all this information, like Moxy monitors, one Moxy monitor, second Moxy monitor, third, and heart rate monitor, and everything on it, I can see it on the one screen, or on the Garmin device, the small watches or something like it. It is pretty powerful device, Moxy monitor, and we are going to small it to the just one number, to SMO2 or THB. I don't know how you can work in your mind with a lot of data, but there's a lot of curves: power output, O2HB, HHB, and primary goal is to quickly decide what to do if there is something different than we expected. I can expand my knowledge after training, call to the doctor and make some tests, but the possibility of the managing or the training according to something other than power or heart rate, that is fascinating me. But there is a little problem on the track, because I'm a track cyclist. I need to. We are still going. We can't stop. Everybody knows 5-1-5 test, where we are switching between loads and resting period. But what if I'm switching between bigger load and smaller load? I realized that the data that exists did not reflect my requirements. If you are going on the track, you are still going, and Moxy can provide lot of information. I also like training of cyclists behind the motorcycle or behind the car. It's a simple and useful training. So it's a little different than, as I said, researchers or scientists. They have a laboratory, and the sportsman is on some device. Or there's a lot of coaches from the world of CrossFit. They have also sportsmen near the couch. If I'm on the track or on the road, I must be little far. So if I want to, in the real training, if I want to simulate the race, I can use data from power meters and simulate the race in the past to the future training. I'm going in the car faster and faster and faster. And there is a problem when the rider leaves the position. The load is too big. It's not simulating the race, because in that case the rider will fall. That's a bad race. So I need something when for optimizing the power or the speed, and that's should be Moxy monitor. And sorry, I have these screens because I want to see some screen before me. So this is a track world championship qualification. This guy was a junior, 17 years old. In next hour, he was a world champion. And I have this kind of data mostly. Also, I have data from laboratory, but this data have different questions. There's no tests, just a race. How much time we need to rest? What's the critical load? And later I can go to the doctor, and we have some training models, some changes. For example, in the team pursuit, it's a race where there's 4 riders on the track, and it's a race for a time. And because everyone is unique, so different riders have different needs for the rest time, and these 4 guys are changing the position. Information from Moxy should be useful to setting the order in the team. Rider 1, this is SMO2, the saturation of in the working muscle. Rider 1, and that's the rider 2. again, rider 1, rider 2. The top and the bottom values should be the same, but the differences between these curves are tangent line. The shape of the curve. Even that the top and the bottom of the values should be the same. So I can see that rider 1 needs to have a better recovery, so he can be in some position, and this rider have a slower recovery. This is quite important in the race. So after I don't know, a year or two, I decided that the values is important to me, but it's more important to researchers because they need how the body works. I need to optimize the body as a coach just right now, and for me it's much more important to use the shape of the curves of the SMO2 and THB, or better O2HB and HHB, and have this information from working muscles and non-working muscles. All this information at once. So I had a lot of Moxy devices, and there was only one software. I don't know if anyone uses something different, but for the laboratory, it's still good, the Peripedal. But I don't know if it's a joke, but I can't change the resolution of the x-axis. That's a huge problem for me, because, as I said, I need to see the shape of the curves, and in longer training session, it's simply be pretty small. I can't see the angle of the decreasing and increasing the values of the SMO2 or HHB or O2HB or heart rate or power, a lot of data. So I decided that we need some different software. So that was my motivation to create some software, which is simply to use, and for the analyzing and for everything else, I can use I like Golden Edge or anything else with a raw fit file. So let's try it, how it works. So simply, if I'm using one Moxy device, I can find the first Moxy device. I can name it as a first, and I will put it on my rectus femoris. And what's the goal? I need to see the graph. Roger, can you see my pointer?
Yep. Yeah, we can see your pointer.
Yeah, great. So I will put this out. So we have a graph with a resolution from 500 to 0, and expecting values. That's pretty important, because if I know the muscle, I can expect the values. Also, if I know the rider, I can expect the values for the working muscle. So now I am at 80% of the saturation on my rectus femoris. So I will set that we will see resolution from 100% to 50%. THB is harder to use in sitting on the chair. So, and I can set that I move it over here. So I moved with a resolution of the graph pretty easily. As I said, if I want to see only 20 seconds in the graph, I will see the 20 seconds. And if I want to zoom to the graph, I can really see only that 5 for the same value like here. If I want to see much closer, again a zoom. I can zoom directly to the 20 seconds, which is pretty fast. And maybe I want to see better changes. So what we can do, we can see only the graph from 0 to 200, because on this page there is an empty space. So we will see 0 to 200. Okay, much better. 0, there's also value we can see from 50 to 150. And now I can see pretty easily, and in really big graph, every changes in SMO2 in my like. Now I'm moving with a Moxy monitor on my like, so it's changing the values. I can. Where's the benefit? I can start the second Moxy device, or third Moxy device, and if you see this information in Peripedal software, it will be pretty nonsense. You can't work with all this data in interval like for 1 hour. Now I can see the working muscle, breathing muscles, non-working muscle, and I can react. Main and important thing is this table, because although it's not, now it's everything is flat. Of course, I'm sitting, but sometimes I want to see only the first Moxy in the top of the graph, second Moxy in the bottom of the graph, and third Moxy in the whole graph, because I don't know, there is sometimes one Moxy monitor is enough for me, but sometimes I need O2HB and HHB, sometimes I need heart rate, and also these numbers. This is at the bottom of the values. So you can switch it with that the first Moxy will be shown from point 500 to 400 only on the top of the graph. Now you see that that blue line going up. It's not changing the values. It's just moving data in the graph. I can say that the second Moxy SMO2 will be from 400 to 200, 400 to 200, and third Moxy will be in the wall of the graph from the top to the bottom. Also, if I want to zoom it, I can change the expected values. So I can In the first number is a saturation, and the second number is a counted point, counted spot in the graph. So now SMO2 will be is a 93%, which is shown at point 530, which is, as we can see, out of the graph. And we can move it to see it. If I will write, for example, that was first, it's a red one. Again, we can see it. If I will stop the graph, I will switch off the Moxys. Left leg, right leg. To the wing. Okay, and look up. Show graph. Now we can see, like in the past, just one Moxy, and it's in a real-time training. Is pretty important to see, maybe more important than SMO2 or THB, is O2HB and HHB. So we can add the curve with HHB and O2HB counted directly, and we can see the movement, movement of the blood in the body. So also I can add something like a power meter. I have something near me. And I can start look up bike power going. I can start the pedaling. Simply working with ANT protocol. I forgot to mention another step on the track. There is a pretty good idea when I'm inside in the infield to put the Moxy on the rider and use it with a whistle training. Whistle, rider going faster, whistle, rider going slower. The same training like CrossFitters doing on the air bike. We can do it also on the track, but the ANT protocol isn't enough strong. So the next step is to use Bluetooth Moxy 5, or to use a simple phone and with ANT dongle, and use it in secondary application in the phone to transfer information from the Moxy devices or power meters directly to my computer in the field, and I can use it again. I can use just a simple and old whistle, and only what I need is a Moxy and one small ANT dongle in the computer. I hope that I describe why is for me much more important that the values, the shape of the curves, and that is also useful for the real training. So thank you for your attention, and see you maybe in the future in Prague or some Moxy summits, or as Jiří said, on the Budweiser or Pilsner summit.
Thank you very much, Marek, for that presentation. Is this software available for other people to purchase?
It's still in development version. I'm still working on it. Okay. Yeah, everyone can purchase it. The price is simple. it's a offer. Everyone can offer something, and I will provide that software. And after the reaction, we can make it better, because there is a now it's my only mine project. It's not the federation. It's a mine project. So I used mainly for the some there's a so few open source and open source parts, which is full of the bugs. So maybe if I'm using heart rate, power, 3 Moxy, and all HHB and THB, then is the application little going to be fallable.
Okay. I've posted the link to your website. I posted that in the webinar chat here, so that should have gone out to all of the everyone in the audience. Do we have any questions for Marek? Okay, wait, we had one question come in. Is it better to put the Moxy in the center of the muscle, or in the vastus lateralis? I don't know if you have any comments on that. Is that I'm not sure what that question is based on. Maybe it's based on one of the pictures from the presentation. Do you have any comments on that, Marek?
I think that it's you need first thing is to say the proper question. What is the reason for the measuring? On the vastus is pretty good for the endurance, yeah, tempo rides, and for example, rectus femoris on the bike is much important for sprinting, in accelerating and things like it. So the position of the Moxy device should be based on the question what I'm going to measure.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much for the presentation. I did post the link to the software in the chat here. If you have any questions for Marek, please follow up in the Discord chat as well.